What can I say except you're welcome? Hi, hello, I'm back in the movie theater. Has it been a month already since last time I've been here? I can't even remember which movie I saw here last. Might have been Venom. Either way, I'm back. And yep, if you couldn't already tell, Moana 2. That is the movie of today. And especially for this occasion, I brought this guy along with me. It's a Lego Maui. I saw there that they had a Lego Moana set years and years ago, which looked terrible, but the Maui figure, the Maui big figure, was the best thing about that set. It was kind of the only reason to buy it, which I didn't. I ordered this one specifically, especially online. But yeah, I got a little mini Maui and a little mini Maui in the mini Maui on the tattoos. So yeah, clearly I liked the first Moana. I liked it a lot. It was one of those movies. It was right before I started this channel and right before I started doing movie reviews on YouTube that I was contemplating going to see this movie in the theater. Eventually, I settled on not going to see it. I watched it after it came out. And I've been regretting it ever since. So now I'm going to see the second one in the movie theater. Now, I did like the first one, as I said, but there is a bit of a caveat here because I happen to know from certain sources that this movie was originally supposed to be a streaming movie. It was supposed to be released on Disney Plus originally, and when Bob Iger took over Disney again, he said, "What are you doing? Put this movie. This is a theatrical release. Put this movie on the big screen, so that could impact the quality of the movie. Possible. I don't know. I mean, there is a distinct difference between a movie made for streaming and a movie made for theater. So I really hope it doesn't affect my movie-going experience, and I really hope this guy is going to be happy to see himself back at a big screen. And I'm just hoping for a lot of fun. That's really all anyone can ask for from a movie, especially a movie like this. So wish me luck, and we'll see how far it'll go. There we go. I found a way to work that into the review. See when I come out. So, Moana 2. What do I think of this movie? I like it. I like it a lot. It's a really fun movie. First of all, let me just start by saying easily my worst movie-going experience. For reasons I can't really go too much into detail right now, but let's just get this out of the way first. There is a reason why they put not just the number of the row you're supposed to be sitting on, but also the number of your seat when you go to the movie theater. It's written on the ticket. It's not a suggestion. That is where you're supposed to sit. Okay? So, if you're going to a movie, make sure to sit in the right place, because it's just going to cause a lot of discomfort for everyone around you when you're trying to watch a movie. So yeah, that was a really big bust. But that's not the movie's fault. The movie was great. I really like it. I loved it a lot. Actually, I wouldn't say I loved it, just that I really liked it. But yeah, that whole experience is really just put a damper on the first 15 to 20 minutes of the movie. At least the movie was good, so it helped compensate for that. This guy really enjoyed as much as he could, because he didn't actually see all the movie. He heard it, because he was in my pocket the whole time because of just the whole crampedness of the movie theater. Probably the wrong theater hall to play this movie, but whatever. This guy heard the movie and really liked himself in it. Obviously, The Rock just really shines once again in this movie. It kind of feels like The Rock is basically just playing himself in the movie, and it's great. I love it. I mean, it kind of feels that way in the first movie, but I mean, this is a sequel, so you get more of the same character. Not better, not worse, just, more. And that is really what I can say for the movie. First of all, going back to what I said in the first half of this review, what the hell were they thinking trying to send this movie straight to streaming? I think that's like when... okay, if you care about this sort of stuff, the previous CEO of Disney, well, backtracking. So the current CEO of Walt Disney, Bob Iger, stepped down in about 2020, I think, or 2019, something like that, and replaced by Bob Chapek, who was not a very beloved CEO, to say the least. And that was his decision to put this movie on Disney Plus. But apparently, Chapek was so hated that they had to bring back Bob Iger to fix things around. And one of the really good decisions he had was to pull this movie from going straight to Disney Plus and putting it in the movie theater, which is great. This is a movie that needs to be seen on the big screen. What the hell are they thinking sending it straight to Disney Plus? But I digress. The movie's out, and it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's not as good as the first movie, which I rewatched last night to prepare, because I don't think I've watched it since it came out on digital. I might have seen it once more after it debuted in digital. This is pre-Disney Plus, by the way. Yes, kind of feels old. This movie, the first one came out 8 years ago. I was still living with my parents back then. Wow, that feels like such a long time ago. Anywho, this movie is really fun. It's not as good as the first one, like I said, but it's a lot of fun. You get to see more. It explores more of the world of the Moana-verse, let's call it that. There's new villains, new characters. First of all, there's a new crew of main characters in this movie. They're all fine. They're all right. One of the characters just got on my nerves so fast. Couldn't stand. I'm not gonna say if it's him or her, but couldn't stand them. And throughout the movie, I'm not gonna say that they grew on me, but sort of they became less obnoxious. But still, if they make another Moana movie, more on that later, I would not be upset if that character would just be completely cut from the story, because I did not like what they did with that character. But either way, the rest of the supporting cast were kind of funny. This thing though, the rooster, hey. I honestly, especially after seeing the first one again last night, I honestly think this is by far the dumbest character Disney has ever come up with, and I love it. I love the way they use hey, the rooster character. I just love it. It's one of the funniest characters in the Disney canon, and like I said, the dumbest character Disney's ever come up with, and I just want to see more. I would watch a whole short of just hey and Pua just, having some seafaring shenanigans. And oh yeah, by the way, Pua's actually in this movie a lot more. I was kind of bummed that he didn't get to actually go on the journey with Moana in the first movie, but I mean, it's on the poster. I don't think he can call it a spoiler. He does actually join Moana this time around, which is fun. But I mean, it's really just hey that really steals the show. And where is it? Kakamora. We get to see more of the Kakamora from the first movie. I thought they were one of the coolest characters. The whole Kakamora concept was one of the coolest things from the first movie, which, it was what it was. It was just one sequence, but it was fun. There's a little bit more of them in this movie, and you get attached to some of the Kakamora characters. I'm gonna be honest, I actually liked the Kakamora character more than the rest of the crew, the new characters that came to join Moana and Maui. on this journey. Obviously, I mean, still my favorite character is Hey Hey, but the Kakamora is like third or fourth favorite character in this franchise, behind, of course, Hey Hey, Maui, and of course, the woman of the hour herself, Moana, which I love what they're doing with this character. I love the character growth from the first movie, and at the same time, she's still kind of the same character from the first movie, just, slightly older, and she's still got a little more growing up to do, and I love it. I love being on this journey with this character, and I just think these two are kind of a golden pairing in Disney, in this franchise. Now we can call it a franchise now. There's a sequel. Of course, when you're going to see a Disney animated musical, there's one thing you have to talk about, which is the songs. And I really enjoyed the songs. Some are obviously better than most, but I mean, I don't think you can call it a spoiler to say that Maui gets a new song in this movie. It's not as good as You're Welcome, but it's my favorite song in the movie. My second favorite song in the movie is sang by a character who's not on the poster, and since I didn't watch, I think I only watched one of the trailers, so I don't know if the character appeared in the trailer or not. I don't know if it's a spoiler, but there is a character that shows up about halfway through the movie. Doesn't have too many scenes, but this character has their own song. That's all I can say without spoiling, and that was my second favorite song in this movie, which I can actually see it becoming one of those classic Disney songs that people love singing along, right next to Maui. The Maui song is really a song in this movie that I actually did legit sing along to it. It's one of those elements of the song goes on for long enough, you start to learn the words while you're hearing it for the first time, and you start singing along with the song, even though you're hearing it for the first time, which is the mark of a great Disney song, in my opinion. A song that you hear it once, and then by about the halfway point of the song, you're singing along with the character because the lyrics are so catchy. So that is really the highest praise I can say for this song that Maui has. And I really enjoyed the other song from another character that is not on the poster at the moment. Obviously, of course, Moana also has one or two new songs, which are good, but I mean, nowhere near as good as How Far I'll Go, which, again, that's kind of a testament to this movie, is that it's really good, just not as good as the first one, because the first one was an instant classic when it came out. Now, something we need to talk about. There is a mid-credit scene in this movie. Like, I don't know if you knew this, but in the first movie, there is an after-credit scene, which is basically just Jermaine Clement, giant crab, making a self-aware Disney joke. But I mean, in this movie, there is a mid-credit scene. There is no after-credits scene. I did actually stay all the way to the end of the credits. There was no other scene, but there is a mid-credit scene. They're kind of treating this like Marvel at this point. And this scene definitely sets up a sequel. Like, there's gonna be a Moana 3, is what I'm trying to say here. And you have to watch this scene to know what I'm talking about. That's the best I can say without spoiling. But it seems like Disney has big plans for the Moana franchise. And it's very apparent with something that happens towards the end of the movie. Can't say too much, but there's a lot to look forward to. So I'm fine with it. I'm loving this. I would happily watch another Moana movie. Hopefully it's a better theater-going experience, but again, that's not the filmmaker's fault. And I mean, I would happily watch another one just to watch this thing make a fool of it out of itself again. And of course, Maui, and you know what? I think The Rock and Auli Carvalho, hope I said that incorrectly, have really great chemistry. These are one of the best Disney duos ever. I mean, obviously, no one's beating Timon and Pumbaa, obviously, but this is a really good pairing. It's not, the traditional princess and Prince Charming. No, it's, the strong female character and the funny male supporting role, which I love about this franchise. So yeah, I really enjoyed Moana 2. Had a terrible movie experience, but that's neither here nor there. So yeah, got this one, and next week, I think it's next week. Next week's gonna be a bit difficult because we got Mufasa and Sonic 3 both coming out on the same day. So I'm gonna have to be really strategic in how I plan this out, but wish me luck. Hopefully the movie going experience will be much better than this next week. But just a fun note to end on. You want to know what true success looks like in movies? They still have this poster of Deadpool and Wolverine. The movie came out in July. It's now the end of November, right? The movie's on Disney Plus already, and they still have the poster in the movie theater. That's how you know movies made an impact. Anyways, so yeah, go and see Moana 2, and make sure to stick around to the end of the credits. Well, to the mid-credits scene, you will not be disappointed. And well, if you like it, then all I can say is, you're welcome. Hi there. Thank you for watching the video. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. I'll see you next time.